Hey everyone, finished watching the next episode of Operation Overdrive, The Underwater World. The Rangers are off on their first mission. Will uses his enhanced hearing and sight to rescue a man from falling. The others ask why he went off alone, and Will responds that he's used to working alone. Also, he's the first one who could hear or see the guy falling, so the others should have probably just said good job and moved on. Meanwhile, Flurius is yelling at Norg because Norg failed to find any jewels. I'm not sure why Flurius relied on Norg at all. Norg, he just lives there. He's not a minion of his or anything. Norg has taken to calling Flurius Master for some reason. Maybe Flurius told Norg to address him that way off screen or something. Back at the mansion, the Rangers returned from a successful mission. They found a book Mr. Hartford needed. As it turns out, he already had a copy, he just misplaced it. He briefs them on their next mission, Atlantis. They take the shark jet. As the Rangers leave, the man Will saved earlier comes in. It turns out to have been Spencer. He was in disguise to test the team's cooperation. He tells Mr. Hartford that while he was rescued, the Rangers didn't work as a team. Again, not sure how exactly they were supposed to work as a team to save a guy falling. Maybe if one of the Rangers had medical training, they could assess if Spencer was okay, but that's the most I can think of. Flurius creates a storm that causes the shark jet to crash on a beach. The Rangers contact Spencer to send the Zords. They take Rose's Zord underwater and find something. Ronnie and Will swim into a sunken castle. They find a chamber with a puzzle. Will activates it and the castle begins to rise out of the water. Mac gets Will and Ronnie out with his Zord. Will insists he had everything under control. The Rangers go to explore the raised castle and Ronnie gets a very stupid line here. Together, they find a jewel, possibly, but it's hidden inside of an egg that suddenly multiplies. When the Rangers try to touch one of the eggs, they all explode. Will grabs the one that doesn't. He runs off to open it himself. Mac finds Will just as he's about to fall off a ledge. Mac helps Will, and Will begins to understand what it means to be part of a team. The others make it outside and are confronted by Flurius. The Rangers battle past an army of chillers and form the Megazord to fight a new monster created from the castle ruins. They defeat the monster and Flurius retreats. The Rangers bring the egg back to Mr. Hartford. They open it and inside isn't a jewel but an ancient scroll. This episode is flawed but fine. The teamwork lesson feels a little forced and I think Will should have gotten more focus. Will keeps repeating that he's used to working alone and I think we should have had a flashback or two establishing that instead of just having him saying it. Flurius gets some attention here and he's not terribly deep or interesting. His goal is to get more power by stealing the Chrono Aurora and the jewels, but why? Norg, I'm not sure what to make of. He seems totally on board with letting Flurius live in his place and boss him around. Since Norg is a Yeti, I'm curious how strong he is. Flurius has blasted him a couple of times, and Norg just laughs it off. I'd like to see Flurius go too far at one point and have Norg just completely overpower him. Atlantis is now established to exist. Interestingly, Power Rangers puts its own spin on the mystical nation. In Power Rangers, Atlantis was to have been ruled by Neptune, god of the sea. There is actually already a Neptune in Power Rangers, a merman from Lightspeed Rescue. I'm not sure if this was an intentional reference or not. Atlantis appears long deserted and is far from the California beach Neptune ruled from. The actual story of Atlantis doesn't feature any prominent gods, it's just an island with normal, albeit highly advanced humans that sank. The Rangers use their individual Zords, which is nice. I'm glad the Zords are utilized in the exploration, showing that they're more than just fighting machines. Decent episode, full of adventure and action. The cast has a great chemistry, and hopefully the show only improves from here. So that's it for this one, hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Ice cream!
Ice cream!
Ice cream!
Ice cream!
Ice cream!